We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
The subsequent episodes of Nerds of UVM are sponsored by Chipotle. Head over to Chipotle on Wednesday, November 29th from 5 to 9 and tell them UVMtv sent you.
Now, back to our show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nerds of UVM. I'm your host, David. I'm joined by my friend Luke.
What's up, guys?
I'm joined by my friend Bob.
It's a shit show around here.
Yeah, this is a show where we talk about like nerdy stuff. I just got some really distressing news that Luke doesn't want to hang out with me this evening. So if I ever seem sad, that's why. Really disappointed in you today, this week. Just in general.
Yeah,
just in
come on,
general,
dude.
yeah.
I am too.
But it is your episode, I guess. It's your topic. So what are we talking about?
So me, Mr. Uncreative, wants to come back with another repeat topic.
What was that? I'm sorry, I was slurping.
Let's talk about Pokemon. Okay. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Okay.
So,
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Lay it on me.
So here's kind of my thing with the game.
Got it.
I kind of didn't care about it until like about the past 2 weeks.
I still don't care about it.
Which was like weird though, because Sun and Moon I was hyped for a long time. And like I got the game day one and like played through that shit and was like super into it. And like but Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, like when they announced it, I was like, oh, okay.
Really soon for the spinoff.
Yeah, and I just kinda has Pokemon always been a yearly release or have they just started doing that? Because I feel like they've been doing yearly releases since like X and Y. I'm gonna have to fact check myself on that, but
Okay.
They haven't. No. Because there was an off year between X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
but after that, was it that?
It was a break, and then it was Sun and Moon.
So do you think they're trying to just make it a yearly franchise?
It's possible. I would doubt it, though. I think they just wanted to get this out quickly because they know the 3DS is on its way out, too.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. So anyway, but yeah, like you said, it's kind of weird that they're doing like the next games in the series right after. A lot of it looked samey, and the reason I said I was only interested in the past 2 weeks is because like the past 2 weeks is like only now they've just introduced some like cool new information, like Rainbow Rocket being there. But like besides, yeah, I think it looks cool.
So I'm probably gonna stay silent for a lot of this.
That's okay.
Unless we
ask questions. Bob.
Yeah. So here's my first question: why do you two like animal cruelty?
Because
that's what Pokemon is.
So fuck FEMA. Quote me on that.
It is fake. It is fantasy, Bob.
I don't care.
You know all about fantasy.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh man, I don't know. You guys are just starting to ramble off like the Moon Circle Cycle saga, and then the Half Moon saga, and the Total Eclipse saga. I'm like, what the hell?
So basically,
I know. I get the general gist of it. It's just, I don't know. I even as a kid, I'm like, why are they making them fight? Where are their parents?
Yeah.
Where are the adults?
The series is very flawed. But I don't know. I've always enjoyed it.
But if we're going to stick with the games. So give me a quick rundown of, let's say, the past 4 years of games and how they've been released, including Pokemon Go.
Okay, so Pokemon Go is kind of its own thing. It doesn't connect to like the canon universe of what they do for like the DS titles, basically.
Okay.
But it's like
so that wasn't connected to like the DS games or at all.
No, it was just
it was like an app thing.
It was just an app game, really, to branch out their market, basically.
That they did.
And like bring back old fans too, because they had only Kanto Pokemon for a while, and they just when did they add Johto Pokemon? It was only recently.
What do you mean?
Back to saying words I don't understand.
Like the second batch of.
Oh,
Pokemon.
okay.
Sorry,
I was in Pokemon Go. You mean?
Yeah.
They added that last fall, I think.
Yeah, so it was like very recently.
It's always around Halloween that they seem to add stuff.
So yeah, I actually never played Pokemon Go because I never had like a phone or like
Oh, so
device
you-
that could properly run it. So
So you didn't play Pokemon Go. You just have stuck with the DS stuff.
it's because it was a technology limitation. I had like and like area, so I didn't get like.
Okay.
So I had like a iPod Touch flip phone combo
Yeah.
up until like spring semester last year.
I heard that app just ruined battery life. Like it was insane how much juice it took.
There's
up.
that too. But then once I got my own like phone, like the craze, like actual like touchscreen phone, the craze had just kind of died off, and so
That did die off pretty fast.
So like I just didn't give a shit about it at that point.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically Pokemon Go's its own thing. Sun and Moon basically was the most recent game to have come out,
Okay. I remember hearing about that.
and that came out last year. We did 2 episodes on it, like a like before and like after type of thing. So check those out. But usually Pokemon, like, new games, like, of their main series, don't come out every year. They, like...
I remember that is something that I remember. It's
They
like,
come
it's not
out
like a
every
year
2 to,
thing.
like, 4 years.
Yeah, it's usually pretty splintered because it's only one team that essentially works on these Pokemon games.
Exactly.
Um,
But,
So do you like that?
like, I think that was just kind of why I didn't care, because, like, for me, what happens is I get really into Pokemon, then kind of drift off from it, and then, like, it comes back, I'm like, oh, yeah, Pokemon. I just, like, come back to it. I feel like it was too short of a time, and so, like, I just finished Sun
To
and
really enjoy the previous installment?
So I had just finished, like, Sun and Moon, and they're already kind of showing stuff for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I just was, like, with it. Which maybe for some people that made them more hype, but it just, for a while, until just these past couple of weeks, it's seemed to be more or less of the same. And I'm still not sure all the differences they're doing with this.
they've added in some new Ultra Beasts, which are just Pokemon from other dimensions.
Now we got multiple dimensions.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
They've
we
done-
won't even get into that. though.
They're doing a reunion of teams, although they've kind of have done those like legacy characters have appeared before.
Yeah, they did that with White 2 and Black 2.
Yeah, there's one new Z move that's been added. Nothing new on the Mega Evolutions front, I guess, which I'm still bummed about. I like those Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions are like these one.
I know
one-
Pokemon evolutions, but what's like a mega?
Mega Evolution are like one-time uses that you can use in the
It's
battles.
like a temporary evolution.
Oh.
Yeah. Where
okay.
it's a heightened buff.
It's a
and
one and done.
and it changes the form. But after the battle's over, it gets reverted back to its regular.
Oh, that sucks for
standard.
Pokemon. It's like I made it, and then it's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of like I would equate it to like if an evolution is like. Oh wait, no, that's a bad comparison. I was gonna say like if an evolution's like Super Saiyan Kaioken would be like the Mega Evolution, like a temporary thing. But that's still kind of bad because you can go back from. Anyway, continuing on. Continuing on.
You're hitting a streak there, Luke.
I know. Anywho, but yeah, to me, like you said, like even those like things that they've like shown that they're adding, it's more of just an over glorified like DLC pack or what it
That's
seems
what
to
it
me.
sounds like. Like there's nothing
that
like
they're selling for a full price DS game, so $40.
Yeah. So wait, can you? So like, if you have past games, can it link to new games?
So like
Because I don't play DS. I don't play DS. I don't know anything about
it depends. Like the fourth generation of Pokemon was the best
Okay.
because they had 5 games that you could trade Pokemon between.
See, that's what I heard too. That's what I hear a lot of people like is that they were able to trade games and like get different Pokemon.
But then like Generation 5, you could only trade with Pokemon within Generation 5. And it's kind of the same with but Generation
Okay.
6 they've set up like an online bank, which is like a paid service. So like from now on you can like keep your Pokemon like in this like bank system. But basically if
It's
you wanted
kind of
to
rudimentary too, because it's like it has to be online every time you do it. So you can't do it like if you've got no internet connection.
that too.
Oh, that's shitty.
But yeah, if
It's
you
pretty
want to trade between your friends like DS to DS, like these new games, I think you'd be able to trade from like last year's Sun and Moon, but like that's it, I think.
Yep. Yeah, they have started to disconnect that system a little bit and trying to make it a little bit easier moving
That was
forward.
always one of, easier. Okay, good. Cuz
I think-
the trading's my favorite system about Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't trade so much anymore. Because I feel like I've got all the Pokemon I want. You know, it's just now I want Pokemon. I don't want to give any away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I just always found it fun to like trade with my friends. It was like, "Hey, I want to trade my Haunter so it can become a Gengar, and you want like an Alakazam, so let's do trades.
Yeah.
Because certain Pokemon.
But that's sort of followed
This is
by
their
that's
genius marketing strategy. Was you would have to trade certain Pokemon to have them evolve.
Oh,
so you
those
needed
clever
So you either
SOBs.
needed like 2 like Game Boys in 2 games, or you needed a friend with the game. So
But who has friends when you play Pokemon?
exactly no.
ha 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 ha.
Fuck you, Bob.
Fuck you, Bob. Fuck you.
But yeah.
No,
so
no. I mean, you guys had.
But back to
it's a tight community.
back to like Sun and Moon though.
Yeah, but that helps now that it's like everything's wireless now.
Back to Sun and Moon though, it's just like it just feels like DLC, and I don't know. I'm gonna get the game not on release day like I did with Sun and Moon.
You might
but
wait it out.
Yeah, I might wait it out because it's weird. It just seems like a weird thing for them to do, and it's probably like you said, just a way for them to get that last DS game out.
Yeah,
Because they've announced a game for the Switch down the line. Which,
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
that got me hyped. Because I got a Switch.
For me, I see it as like it is like an expansion. I think it's to give that a little bit more of a premiere experience to those who missed out on it last year.
Mm.
But ultimately, not a whole lot in Lola has changed. It looks
So it's
like.
more of a like
Black and
Game
White
of the
2.
Year edition
Black
of
and
like
White.
Sun and
Black
Moon.
and White 2 is what you could equate it to. It's a sequel. definitely.
Even Black and White 2 had like a new story though.
Yeah, this one has a new story too.
Okay, but yeah,
The presence of Rainbow Rocket in itself and new Ultra Beasts indicates that there is a new story.
Yeah,
and Lunala and Solgaleo's like transformations.
that's true.
These are legendary Pokemon that take on different forms. In this game.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I like how you guys have sidebars for me. Like, oh, the
Yeah.
noob doesn't know.
Yeah, let us dumb it down for him.
He shouldn't be involved in this conversation. He needs to be at least a level. He needs to at least defeat the Elite Four at least 7 times in order to be on our level. That's what we think of you, Bob.
Yeah,
That's how we talk about you at night.
Yeah, at night. What?
Oh, shh.
Ha,
Luke,
you-
everything's falling apart,
You
Luke.
deserve that.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's all because Pokemon is trying to steal our money.
Yeah, well, we're about out of time there, Luke. You got any final thoughts you want to express on Pokemon? Not to rush you off, but like...
No, it's fine.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, if you're excited for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, that's pretty cool. Tell me why in the comments.
Yes, please comment down below.
Yeah.
Talk about my terrible hairline, or talk about Luke's...
Hey, at least you got a hairline.
Yeah, talk about Luke's dumb earrings,
Earlings.
or talk about Bob's stupid tattoos. Talk about any of that stuff.
Oh, David, you're just a real bully. Huh? But yeah, so
I'm a jerk, is what I am.
if you're excited for Sun and Moon, or Ultra, like
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
I'm excited, but I feel like I'm more excited for the Switch game. I want info on that.
Any thoughts, Bob? Any final thoughts?
I'm good.
Oh, one thing I wanted to say, I wanted more Alola forms.
Yeah, nothing like.
Like that's what got me really
I-
hyped for Sun and Moon. So I
care,
thought
I care so little about this game, honestly.
that could have been like an easy way to boost type was more Alola forms or
Yeah.
more Mega. They didn't do any of that shit. One new Z move.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, that's yesterday, and that is it for us today. What does that mean? No. This has been, thanks, everybody, for joining us on this episode of Nerds of UVM. Do appreciate you stopping by. If you liked what you saw here, consider following our social media or subscribing to our YouTube channel to keep up to date on what the nerds are up to. And without further ado, I've been David.
I've been Luke.
I've been Bob.
This has been Nerds of UVM. Thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, live long and prosper. Remember to catch 'em all.
Pikachu's a dick.